Okay, I can see how player base is going to be happy about the nerfs, upcoming nerfs to the Object 430, which is one of the best, if not the best, rechargeable Tech 3 vehicle in this game. It is like the best heavy tank, the best medium tank, the best light tank, the best tank destroyer, because it is so good at destroying tanks, and maybe, I don't know, maybe it is the best artillery as well, right? So yeah, I can see how people are happy about the upcoming rework to the Object 430, especially when the original rework 6 to 8 months ago was cancelled. You know, it raised quite a shitstorm as well in the community. But now, what I do not understand is who asked for nerfs to the Italian medium tanks. Ladies and gentlemen, who wanted to see nerfs to the Progetto 65 and Standard P, because yes, those vehicles are also in today's file, in today's nerf list, and I am going to talk about that. I was looking around on Reddit, I was looking around on Discord, different World of Tanks Discord servers, on forums. Who wanted to see nerfs to the Progetto 65 and Standard P before 279E, 907, Chieftain, EBRs? I guess Wargaming needs a bit bigger sample size to come up with a decision whether they should nerf those vehicles or not, but no, Progetto 65 is overpowered as hell and it needs to be balanced ASAP. Now, I know Progetto is a really good tank. It is really good. It is mobile, it has auto-reloading gun system, 4 shells in the magazine and so on, and it is especially good in a good player's hands, right? But even then, those tanks are not overpowered. But hey, it is just my opinion, who am I to say anything? At least this opinion seems to be quite a popular one on Reddit at least, where people are already creating some quality, some high quality memes. For example, like this one from Friends. Players on the left, Wargaming on the right, repeat after me. Nerf, nerf, T, EBRs, EBRs, nerf the EBRs, and Wargaming is saying, nerf the Italian medium tanks. Heard you loud and clear. Next up, good old Drake meme. No, let's not touch 279E, Chieftain, EBR, but Progetto, this is my jam. Or Wargaming Balancing Department meme on Reddit. Have a nice day, Progetto and Standard P. Credits to Reddit. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? Welcome back to my channel. Quite a long intro, wasn't it? So this is going to be my today's topic, featuring some upcoming nerfs, what Wargaming is thinking about doing at least. We never know if they see the daylight. To the Progetto 65, Standard P, Object 430U and Object 430 Tier 9 Soviet Russian medium tank is also going to see some rebalancing. So before we are going to look at the actual numbers, let's quickly take a look at the Wargaming statement, what they have to say about this. We continue working on implementing selective balance changes to certain vehicles. Earlier, we talked about the list of planned changes for heavy tanks of 3 branches, T-E100, T-IS-4 and T-D110E5. Yes, they did. However, changes for 2 medium tank branches are released to Superdesk today, yesterday actually. The Progetto 65 and the Object 430U. Much time has passed since the release of these vehicles, and all that time they have been unchanged. The top tier Italian vehicle was considered by many to be a complex and demanding vehicle that can perform well only in the hands of experienced players. This is what I said before as well. Mostly because of its auto-reloading mechanic. So it will become even more complex to everyone else besides good players. Speaking of the Soviet medium tank, it was and still is a vehicle that is easy to learn, which, thanks to its good armor and generally nice gun handling, became a hybrid of heavy and a medium vehicles that combine the survivability and firepower of the former with the advantages in dynamics of the latter. Yes. It is heavy and medium tank hybrid, like 277 actually is at the moment, like 5A is actually at the moment, just a big fat medium tanks basically. With time, it became obvious that his vehicles that were simply good at the start started to stand out in efficiency from the competition because of the growing skill of their owners. These vehicles are available to everyone. They are growing in numbers and start to influence the balance in general, both in random battles and in special modes. Because of this, we are considering a possibility to change their characteristics. The full list of changes is provided below. Please note that these changes are not final. Okay. Progetto 65, ladies and gentlemen. Let's talk about Progetto 65. It is a versatile medium tank that is able to deal damage in short bursts, and to sustain normal cycling fire. The changes are aimed at decreasing the efficiency of long-range shooting along with an indirect decrease in general damage per minute. It's worth noting that the main feature of the whole branch, the auto-reloading system, stays intact, along with the playstyle in general. The loading time for separate shells and the shell auto-reloading time will stay the same. And listen to this, along with the changes to the characteristics of the vehicle, we are also considering an option to remove the ability to mount a gun rammer on the Italian Tier 9 to Tier 10 vehicles. They are only considering it at the moment, ladies and gentlemen. It may never happen. But can you guess why only on Tier 9 to Tier 10 Italian auto-reloading vehicles? Because we have a Tier 8 premium auto-reloading medium tank from the same nation, and we have the Tech 3 Pantera 44 as well, which would be able to still use the gun rammer. Because they never nerf premium tanks, and it would cause quite a big outcry, I would say, if the premium tank can use gun rammer and if the same nation, same tier standard Tech 3 vehicle would not be able to use the gun rammer. Okay, so this is how they are indirectly basically going to affect the DPM. No minus 10% to reload time or minus 12.5% if you are using improved rammer or booty rammer. Now let's talk about some numbers. Progetto 65, what they are going to do? They are going to increase the turret traverse speed. Decrease the turret traverse speed from 36 to 34 degrees per second. So your turret is going to turn slower. Aiming time is going to be hit quite hard. From 2.1 seconds up to 2.5 seconds. We have heavy tanks who can aim a lot faster. They're also going to increase the dispersion after firing a shot. By how much? I don't know. Accuracy is going to be hit as well from 0.33 up to 0.35 and remove the ability to mount the gun rammer. But this is what they are testing at the moment, considering. And apart from the Tier 10 vehicle, changes were also made to the Tier 9 Standard B, changes to the stock turret, stock guns, stuff like that. But the top turret, for example, is going to turn slower now from 34 down to 32 degrees per second, hull rotation speed. The 105mm guns, aiming time is going to be increased from 2.3 seconds up to 2.5 seconds, accuracy from 0.35 up to 0.37. They also going to increase the dispersion after firing a shot over here as well. Power to weight ratio is going to be weakened a bit because of the engine power from 750 down to 690, and also removed the ability to mount the gun rammer. So DPM is going to get affected as well by minus 10% or 12.5%, depends which type of equipment you are using at the moment. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen, Italian medium tanks are going to be nerfed because community wanted it so badly. Next up, let's cover Object 430 and 430U. So 430U. A medium tank that combines features of both heavy and medium tanks. Such hybrids usually suffer from the drawbacks of both types. However, the Object 430 managed to take the best from them, yes, and no drawbacks. The changes to this tank will include the changes to its frontal armor and gun handling. So let's take a look at the new armor picture. Here is how it looks like. Basically, they are going to make the commander hatches a bit easier to penetrate for Tier 9 and Tier 10 vehicles. Commander hatch on the right side from 324 down to 278, and on the left side for the vehicle on the left side from 293 down to 274 millimeters. On the top of that, Object 430 430U is going to see dispersion during movement and hull traverse nerf from 0.12 up to 0.16, and dispersion during turret traverse from 0.1 up to 0.12. So the bloom is going to be bigger when you move your hull, when you move overall, when you turn your turret. Basically your aiming circle is going to stay bigger. And believe it or not, but this is it. Changes to the Object 430U. Now moving on, Tier 9 Object 430 will only have its gun handling changed. The Object 430, dispersion during movement and hull traverse both from 0.14 up to 0.16, and dispersion during turret traverse from 0.1 to 0.12. And once again, that is it. Changes to the Soviet Russian tanks. I guess they didn't want to touch them too much after all, right? So, conclusions, let's see what they say. With these changes, we want to decrease the efficiency of the vehicles mentioned above and keep all their key features intact at the same time. The roles of the vehicles will not change, only some borderline cases that made the vehicles too efficient were affected. The mentioned changes are not final and are still tested. We will let you know about the final changes separately. Please follow the news. All you have to do, ladies and gentlemen, is you have to hit the subscribe button and hit the bell notification button, and I will keep you posted about everything you need to know about World of Tanks in the future, currently, and from the past as well, sometimes maybe. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this was my today's episode. Progetto 65 Italian medium tanks. Both Italian medium tanks actually were hit a lot harder than Soviet Russian medium tanks. I guess they were a lot higher in the nerf priority list than the other two. This is the weirdest part of all this over here. Like, Progetto 65 nerfed the most out of all the vehicles we mentioned in this episode. After all the vehicles people are mentioning in the comment section, in the Reddit, or on the Reddit, in the forums, Discords, everywhere. I don't know. Anyway, let me know what you think about all this in the comments down below. Hit the like button if you enjoy my stuff over here. Hit the dislike button if you don't. I catch you next time with something else. Stay awesome, stay sexy, take care, and bye. And don't forget to enjoy your weekend.